So hey guys, it's Steph back. I am going to be lifting weights in a few minutes and doing I'm going to be doing intervals today. So this is going to be as short as I can make it. Apparently Ryan Johnson can't get enough of hearing his own voice speak, so he was on Entertainment Weekly. Interviewed in Entertainment Weekly, talking about a scene that was left out of The Last Jedi. It's after Luke finds out Han was murdered, butchered like a dog by his piece of shit fuckface son. My editorializing there because I fucking hate Ren and I wish he'd die 1,000 deaths. And Luke goes into his hut, sits down, and starts crying. He goes into mourning. He's, Han was his brother. And the next scene is Leia sitting by a window, mourning too. They're mourning Han. So, do you know why they decided not to put that in the movie? Pacing issues. But we got 30 minutes of a stupid bullshit scene, Canto Bite, subplot that went absolutely fucking nowhere, so we could get lectured about capitalism, war, and animal rights by a short, fat, Shrek-looking chick. I really think it's time for Ryan Johnson to shut his mouth and just go somewhere far away and never bother us again and never go near Star Wars again. You wonder why I'm pissed off? There you go. We wasted 30 minutes on this plot to nowhere when we could have had Han's funeral. Had Luke and Leia, and of course don't even get me started with Rey Nobody and this stolen fan fiction. Alright? And it's all out there. Just go to an archive of our own. Signs and smoke signals, read it if you want. I've talked about it ad nauseum and we know he stole it. So, I really honestly think that it's more incompetence than lecturing on politics. I really, really honestly think that, and I am going to do a video on the money. I'm still trying to figure out how he may have gone $200 million over budget, at least. There's something fishy with the money. Okay, there's something fishy with how much money was spent in production and, all of that. But yeah, every time Johnson opens up his mouth, he just makes it worse for himself. And then he has the gall to say we make him feel bad. Look, dude, you made us all feel bad. You could have fixed the plot holes JJ left, and instead you said, fuck this shit, and made an art house movie on a $200 million budget, and then went over budget. We made you feel bad? You shit on 40 years of lore, of legacy. These legacy characters that you give no shits about at all. But we made you feel bad. You arrogant, obnoxious, beta male, douchebag. You fucking weasel. Yeah, we made you feel bad. And then we don't get to see anything that was supposed to be in the movie because you had to go run off and lecture us on shit we don't give a shit about. Okay? Alright? I don't care if a person's a left-winger. Most people in Hollywood are. There are people in Hollywood that make really good movies. Ridley Scott, for instance. Alright? Even though I'm not... I've never heard him say anything. But there are a lot of... Steven Spielberg. I don't care. They make good movies. They can actually plot a thing from A to Z and not make people go, what the fuck did I just see? Alright? So it's not the politics. It's the incompetence in the storytelling. It's the arrogance, the buffoonery, the clownishness. Anyway, so yeah, he's at it again, and I really do think it's time for him to shut up. He's completely incompetent. And oh, one more thing. I did mention that Collider's Christian, whatever his last name's, Haldorf or whatever, said out loud now that he felt that Kennedy should step aside as far as leading Lucasfilm Creative. Hey, I think she should step aside, period. And I've seen other people now saying it. Bigger sites, I think it's Mad Film, that channel, you know, and it's just interesting how this is starting to come. I really do think there's something going on at Lucasfilm. I really do think that there is, and I think it's almost like someone setting up Rian Johnson to see him get his head chopped off, and I think Kennedy's going to go with him. I mean, that's what I hope. But anyway, it's not because of their politics. I could give two shits about their politics. It's that they're incompetent at their jobs. They're terrible storytellers, and maybe they're even corrupt, because where did all that money go? All right? I'm going to, you know, $200 million budget, and production costs are $800 million if you add everything up. $400 million for marketing, right? 200 to 400 million for marketing. So how much over budget was he, Rian Johnson, when he made The Last Jedi? And you know, and I've said this before, this might be what Ridley Scott was talking about when he said he would deliver a film on time and under budget. But hey, he's Ridley Scott, you know. You know, he's the master. All right. So, but guess what, guys? At least we got to see Canto Bight. Isn't that great? You know, oh, it's a fucking mess. It really is a fucking mess. So this is Steph, signing out. See you around the galaxy.